The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Ken Gidge, and this is The Art of Politics. But before we get into the art of politics, there's an individual who's leaving us here, Access Nashua, and she's taking off and she's going to California. But I've got to tell you all the things that she has done. That's it. I don't know what she's. No, she's in there. She's the engineer.
She made us successful. That's what she did.
She's the engineer. She does the sound. She's Jackie Lee. How are you?
The floor manager.
Oh, you're leaving. Okay. Tell us exactly what you do to us in there.
I don't think you have enough time on this show to list it, but long story short, I work the audio, I direct the shows, organized.
Do the cameras
do the
work
cameras,
and stuff like that?
yeah.
She's the big time manager in there that makes you look good.
Stage manager, all that stuff.
Wow. And why are you going to Cal? Why are you leaving us, first of all?
I'm going to explore more endeavors. I'm actually looking forward to expanding my producer. I want to be a producer, so I'm going out there to
That's great.
expand everything, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if representatives can help you, but you can use our names.
I already helped her because my son is out there working on shows and he's doing some type of board.
Baldessaro,
So as a representative,
Ken Gidge.
you know, it was an honor working with you because you did make this guy look good.
That's right.
Okay, so you did, and many people have complimented our show thanks to you.
Yeah, it's true. So you're leaving us. When are you leaving?
Well, my actual move-in date is April 10th, but my last day is today.
Oh.
Because I have to get all the stuff together and ready
sure.
for the movers.
I don't think people realize that, we sit here, we talk, but, there's cameras, there's lights, there's audio, there's just so much to do. If people really realize this little room right here is as good as Channel 9, and that's a major station. So this sort of is very difficult to put together, and it's people like you, and we want to thank you very much, honestly. We really do thank you.
Jackie, there's no doubt in my mind you're going to be very successful out there, and I expect to see your name on the movies as the directing movies.
Come on, give us a hug. Gotta give us a hug.
Jackie, it's awesome. Call my son. He's out there, and hopefully you can do something together.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You take it easy.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it, honestly.
I know. I appreciate you guys too.
I love the idea that she had that button in there to mute you many times.
Mute me many times.
You did a great job.
Yeah, and she's also shut my mic off.
Now, let me ask you before you do go, did you agree with me that there's a face for radio?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
No
you.
doubt.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take
Jackie.
it easy. All right, that's Jackie Lee, and, she's leaving, and it's people like that people don't see, and she didn't really want to come on, but we got her to come on because we thought it was really, really important.
I mean, we're successful because of people like her.
Well, I'm not sure
our show.
we're successful.
Well, see, I'll give her the credit. I know you don't like giving, Democrats don't like giving credit, but we Republicans,
your pardon.
we're
the
not
ones who
successful
brought
because if
her
it wasn't
out.
people around us.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Just like here. Did you
see? Art of Politics, and by the way, you're Al Baldessaro, and I'm Ken Gidge.
I'm the Republican. I'm the fact. The Democrat fiction.
Now, I want you to hold that up. Okay. Now, you can't get a close-up for this. Well, wait a minute. Maybe on camera 3. Okay. Look at right at that camera. That's Al Baldassaro's wife, which is a pretty one. Then you have Donald Trump with the bad hair. And then
That's
you
not
have
nice. Look at your hair.
the guy to the right who's been out in the sun too long. Why would you brag that you were with Donald Trump?
Because I'm very impressed with Donald Trump. I love somebody that is not a politician, that looks you in the eye and tells you like it is. Whether you like it or not, he's going to be truthful. I mean, we have some great Republicans that are running for president. You got Ted Cruz, another one tell it like it is.
Ted Cruz.
Rick Perry, another one that tells it like it is.
You guys want to win,
You
or do
got
you want to
Governor
lose
Walker.
again?
You got Governor Walker, another one tells it like it is.
Oh my God,
Who do
Governor
you have?
Walker.
Who do you have? Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton.
Okay,
that's right.
How many people got killed under her watch? What happened with
wait a minute,
where's
wait a
the
minute.
emails?
You know, yeah,
where's the emails? Let's talk Benghazi.
Okay.
Okay,
Benghazi.
come on. That's all you have is Hillary Clinton. She
Hillary
tells
Clinton.
you what you want to hear.
Let me see. First Lady, Secretary of State. I think that she's already made history.
So that makes her
becoming
qualified
president of
for
the United
president?
States, absolutely.
What about the classified?
Qualification she's met every single person in the world. She's been all over the world. She knows everyone all over the world.
See, you have no clue.
Who do you have? Ted Cruz?
No. You got Ted Cruz. You got Walker. I've met people all over the world myself. Does that qualify me to be president?
No, you're not talking. You're talking to the people who are workers. You're not talking to the politicians all around the world.
I meet all the presidential candidates. That's why I know who are the ones that look in the eye and tell you like it is. Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz.
If anyone, Ted Cruz not only is not going to win, he's going to hurt the Republican Party.
No, he's not, because
he's dead in the water.
I think somebody like a Ted Cruz will motivate the conservatives to come back and get out and vote.
Really?
Because many Republicans they're not happy with some of the candidates coming forward.
And let's go.
And I think Rick Perry do the same.
Oh, Rick Perry, yes.
Who do the Democrats have? Who do the Democrats have?
Now wait a minute. And also you have had the great Donald, and you believe that you really don't need a politician. What you need is a real businessman in here, right?
Yeah. I think we need.
Really?
I think because our country is at a point, $18 trillion. Okay, we've exploded. Big government.
Wait a minute. Since Obama's been there, that's been cut, in half?
No, how's it cut in half?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
How did that happen?
Hello?
How did the
Anyone
economy
home?
go up? How did people working? Hey, people got insurance? But these guys, all they can do is talk negative.
Ken, do you honestly believe that people believe that we're not at $18 trillion? When Obama took over, we were at 8-point-something trillion, almost 9. He's doubled.
Wait a minute. Let's see. When Obama took over, the economy was tanked.
Okay.
The country could have gone into bankruptcy.
Okay.
There were two
wars.
Couldn't. We were losing our industry, car industry, and many other industries.
Yeah.
Everything is up.
And we lost.
The economy is up. People are working more.
Let me ask you something.
And what are you going to say?
Did we lose money with General Motors?
And what do you say?
Did the taxpayers lose money with General Motors?
Absolutely not.
That's not what I heard.
They paid it all back.
No, that's not what I heard. That's not what I heard.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. That's right. You don't hear it. You don't listen.
Well, I think you're confused there.
They didn't want to bail them out. Well, guess what? How's the car industry doing? Not doing too bad, but it's Republican politicians.
How about all the stock they bought for the union? Did we get that money back?
I have to stop saying Republicans. I have to start saying Republican politicians because it's you guys and it's not the Republicans out there.
Say that again. Say that again what you just said. You're confused,
all
that's
right,
for
I'll
sure.
tell you what. I usually start the show off and I get this thing riled up. You started off. I want to hear something sensible come from you. Okay.
I've been in and out of the Finance Committee there, checking out their hearings and things that are going on. The Democrats sit there and they vote no on everything. I see the Republicans coming up with more and more amendments. The governor gave them a budget with over $1 billion spending. The Republicans know the revenue's not there. The Democrats want them to pull revenue off the trees, okay, to use the governor's figures there. What a disgrace. The Republicans are doing everything they can to live within their means without taxing, without taking more money. Department of Transportation came out with a scare tactics. Oh, the sky's going to fall. The bridges are going to collapse if we take these cuts. They're not cuts. They're just not giving you more money that the governor wants to give you, but they call it a cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finance the finance group committee has cut, and it will be 600 jobs. 600
That's not
jobs.
true.
These are the people, the Republican politicians are supposed to make jobs, not completely ruin our
Government
state.
jobs. That's right. We should make all
Shame
sorts of
on
government
you.
jobs. That's right.
Not make them. Take them away.
He wants us to take more money out of taxpayers' pockets.
Oh, here we
he
go.
wants us to keep.
Here
you
we
know,
go.
there's mismanagement going on in the Department of
something,
Transportation.
ladies and gentlemen, I just love to hear you say that. Well, let me tell you something. When you
Look at
hear
me.
a person
Talk to
like
me.
that say,
Talk to me.
You know, when you say things like that,
yeah.
you know what reminds me of is the Republican mayors and politicians in the small towns and cities, when they hear you say that, they go, oh no, because what you do every time you take money away from programs such as DOT, guess what do? In other words, the cities and towns have to make that up. You're costing
can I
us
ask
money.
you a question before you go on?
You're going to take 700 jobs away, you think that's good?
Can I ask you a question? First of all, the governor signed in contracts for almost $40 million in wages. $40 million in new revenue spending in wages. Instead of if we're hurting that bad, freeze all wages. Okay, but $40 million that could have went to department.
Bad, which we are. Why don't you just stop, not raise taxes, but just let the state of New Hampshire run? Oh,
we're not raising taxes.
That's right, you're not.
No, we're going to give a tax break.
Wait a minute, that's right, you're taking a tax break.
Let me explain to you why.
Wait a minute, here it is. This is what it takes to run a government, and here they are. How do you do this?
Will you give me a chance?
Can't do it.
I brought something in there that makes sense.
What is it?
This is a nonpartisan group right here. The
Tax Foundation is a nonpartisan
is a
group.
nonpartisan group on facts and figures throughout the whole country. Now, listen to me before you run your mouth, okay? Now, New Hampshire, we're number 48 in the country under with the worst corporate taxes. We're number 43 in the country, the highest, property taxes, so highest business taxes. We're a disgrace. We're at 0.9% growth.
We are about number 3 in the United States for unemployment, people out of unemployment. So when you hear stuff like this, nonpartisan, he's full of it.
Our numbers are not true on the 4.2, what you're seeing.
Oh, it's
They're not true numbers.
It's not.
Can you look in that camera and be honest to the people? Wait, I'm not done. Can you look in the camera and be honest to the people
Yes.
and say not thousands of people did not drop off the workforce, off the unemployment?
Thousands of people did not drop off the workforce, so many of them retired.
I'll tell you
what.
I can't believe that. Why did they retire? Why did they retire? Why? Because the jobs aren't there.
Oh, you know something? I'll tell you what.
Well, the truth kills you.
I'll tell you. You guys have to walk under an umbrella on a sunny day, and every time you come across someone, you got to go like that. You have to have a rainstorm. You have to have a storm over your heads. You have nothing positive to say about the state of New Hampshire. All you do is you keep bringing it down.
Let me give you something positive.
Comments like this from this book, but yet we're
Wait. No, can I see it from it? Can I have it back?
No, you
because
we're
can I
third
have
in
it back?
the country for employment, and guess what? They will not admit
You know
that.
something? Because there's too many people that are out of work. Too many people that fell off.
Oh, I see. But aren't we better than 47 states?
Let me show you something. This is all the Republican amendments there to try to better the state there, living within our means.
Oh, well,
this is the Democrat right here, their amendment, one page.
Okay, I would like a camera. Where's the camera, please? I want to show you something. Republicans. Remember, Republicans.
Right.
Yeah, I want you to remember. Can you read this? Can you understand it? Republicans. Now, where's the Democratic one?
Because
where's the Democratic one?
This is the size.
Where is the Democrat one?
This is the size of our budget that the governor submitted. In order to get rid of the $1 billion spending that the governor put in there, with the, 67 or 70 new jobs. She even wants to hire a CEO or whatever in her office.
67 new jobs?
Yeah,
And how many are you
new
going to fire?
jobs.
600 people?
You know, some...
600 people?
No, we're not fighting.
How can you do that?
You know, look me in the eye for a second.
Yes.
That is a bunch of BS.
Really?
That is a scare tactic.
Nobody's going to get fired.
No, let me tell you.
Nobody's going to get fired.
They're
No, wait,
only saying it because
excuse
they're
me.
not getting the governor's money she wanted.
Are you telling me right here that no one from DOT, no one in state government is going to get fired?
Oh, I can't say whether they're going to get fired if they're not doing their job.
How many are going to get fired?
I don't know yet. I don't know
you
because,
don't know yet?
Because that budget.
They don't know yet. They don't know yet. But yet, they don't know yet. If you don't know yet, and it's right here, why don't you know?
You know, because I have not gone through the whole thing yet. But if you give me some
I see.
time,
And when
I'll
you gonna
find
vote
it.
on it.
This will not.
And when are you going to vote
next
on
week?
it?
You will too.
Next week.
Are you going to vote for the budget?
Next
Are you going to vote
week.
for the budget? Don't touch
Probably.
that.
Not
Are
with you
voting for
guys.
the
No, with you
Okay.
guys.
Now,
No, I don't want to fire people. I want to get people working.
Do you know I'm
you
not
don't
voting?
want people
Do you know
working.
I'm not voting for the budget either?
Why?
I'm a Republican, but I'm a conservative because there's some few little taxes or fees that I'm hearing in there.
Oh, like what?
Okay, I don't know yet. They said about the DMV.
You don't know.
The governor put in
and he's going to vote against it, but he doesn't know what they are.
Because I have to read the whole thing. But the governor put in a 36% fee. Okay.
On what?
On
what?
registration fees to go up.
Registration costs, and the reason is?
Because she wants more money,
No,
more spending.
No. It's because you cut so much out, we
No, we
can't
didn't.
run the government.
No, see.
Hey, guess what?
You know,
can't run the government? These guys are doing it.
You know, the Democrats make me laugh there.
I love being in this position.
Here's the budget, and here's the governor's budget. The governor puts in another over $1 billion spending. Do we have the? Can you afford to pay more taxes?
Now it's $1 billion?
It is. It's over almost
a little while ago, it was less than $1 billion.
No. Okay.
By the end of the show, for God's sakes, it's going to be $1 trillion.
Wow, you're a Democrat using God. I'm proud of you. Thank you. You know. But anyways, you know, with the spending she wants to do.
Yeah, no, let me see.
She don't leave my. It's not my fault you don't bring in, you know, data to back what you're saying.
You can't. No, wait a minute.
You know?
And ladies and gentlemen, I held that up to you, and guess what? He doesn't want to give it back to me because he doesn't want me to show you.
Oh no, show him.
And he
show him.
And he hasn't read it. He
Show
hasn't
it.
read it.
I haven't gone through the whole thing
He
yet.
agrees upon it, and he's saying
No.
we're going to raise taxes, but they don't know what they are. This is your politician. This is your Republican politician.
You want to know
This is
why?
the people who are screwing us up.
Let me tell you why I'm not. I'll give you a section of it. Why I'm. And I heard they're going
I'm keeping
to. And I
this.
heard they're going to fix this.
I'm
Okay.
keeping this. Go ahead.
Let me give you an idea. This was adequacy education funding. I track this stuff. That's why I have this stuff.
Oh, really?
Do you even look at it, or do you care?
Well, what is it?
Or do you wait to listen
Excuse
to?
me, what is it?
Okay, this is the House Finance that was given by the Department of Education. Their recommended figures on adequacy housing. I mean, not housing. Adequacy funding, education.
For education.
For education.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to show you here. Let's go to Nashua. First of all, Londonderry, my town, they just got $11,725,450. On the next year, school year, they're going to $11,660,000. So they're going to drop down about $100,000. But in the following year, they're going to drop down over $500,000. My district, okay? Which is wrong. And the reason why they're wrong because there was the education committee put in a loss, Department of Education.
Wait a minute. Where
Department
you
of
live,
Education.
it's wrong.
No, wait, I'm not going to done.
All
It's wrong for
politicians,
Nashua, too.
Everybody says that.
Okay.
Everybody says, it's wrong.
If you were concerned, how much is Nashua getting? If you're concerned,
I have
you're
no
a representative
idea.
for
You have it
Nashua,
right there.
but then
I don't have
don't
the
you even
figures.
check? I check for my district.
Excuse me. Right here, let's go through this again. This is all Republicans, right? He hasn't read it. He doesn't know what's going on. Go ahead. Let's see what his Nashua's
Okay, wait a
getting.
minute. I'll tell you in a second. Okay, Nashua.
Nashua, by the way, is the second largest school district in the state.
Now, this is what's going to happen in Nashua. Right now, you're getting $35,987,698. For the first year, you're going to get down to $35,944,077.
So we're going down.
Now
we're not going up.
Now listen, you're losing almost $1 million.
You guys went up, and we're going down.
No, we went
Shame
down.
on you.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
Londonderry
You
went
just
down.
told us.
I said we're going down over 500,000.
No, in 2 years.
In 2 years,
But this year,
but the first year we're going down about 100,000.
Believe me, 1 year counts.
The first year we're going down about 100,000.
So go ahead. So what is
Nashua, this is where you take a beating. The second year, now you went from $35,944,077 to to 34,070,124. You took a major drop, almost $1 million.
Here we
Over
go.
$1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from Nashua. I'm from Ward 6. A Republican just showed you that we're going to lose money.
I can't vote for that.
But the first year, their area, who's a Republican,
No, it's
by the way,
not.
he's going up.
No, I'm not. What don't you understand? Give it back. Look under Londonderry. You're not being honest here. I just told you. I just told you we're losing money. Let me explain to you why.
You know, I'll tell you what.
Can I
National
explain to you
Telegraph
why?
has become extremely conservative, but what they wrote, I called them up and I said, every single representative ought to read this. It was an editorial on the editorial page by the Telegraph, and it was so important for everyone to read it. And they came up with facts, and they showed truthfully, not dishonestly, exactly what the Republicans are going to do. And we can't live like that. We can't live with losing jobs. They're going to put us right back into another recession.
No.
Oh, but you know what they're saying? And oh, yeah, one more thing. I just want to, while I'm on a little run here, I'll give you time, I promise. And you know what they're always saying? They're always saying, guess what? You can spend the money better than the government can spend. In fact, you know what we are? We are a donor state. That means we don't get back as much as we put in. Oh, a donor state? What states are getting 200%? Well, how about Mississippi? How about Arkansas? And guess what? These guys will let them take our money, right? And then they will complain because we don't have our money.
I'm going to let him run his mouth because I think the people watching this show are very educated on what goes on. They're a lot smarter than you think. Let me ask you something. 2 years ago, a year ago, under the Democrat watch, did you pass a education stabilization bill?
Yes.
You did, right?
Yes.
You dropped them from 95%, what they used to get, down to 60%. Am I right?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
You just
Okay.
agreed. You
All right,
voted for
it.
You just said yes.
Explain what it is.
Okay, the stabilization bill is what happens in the southern tier. Our numbers are dropping. So
What is dropping?
Our school kids.
School kids.
Right, the numbers
Right.
in school. So what they do, they had a stabilization
And by
fund
the way, it's
somehow.
dropping all over the state.
Right. But the southern tier took a beating on this with that bill that you all put in there.
And who is the
It
southern
went
tier?
From, the southern tier are from on this side of Concord, I believe. You know where it starts. From
Well, Nashua didn't take a
Goffstown.
beating.
Yeah, you did. You
No,
over
we
me.
didn't.
I just told you over $1 million.
Well, look, we just read this. We just read
Over
this.
$1 million.
That's in 2 years.
Yeah. But the second year is $1 million you lose. The first year you lose
know
the
something, ladies
100,000.
and gentlemen. Wait a minute. You're running it. We're not running it.
No. These are the numbers
I
coming
know,
from
but
the education
you're running
funding.
it. We're
that
not running it.
These are the numbers through
I got,
what you guys
I got
passed.
news for you.
We
You're
have
a
to fix it.
Republican. You're a majority. Guess what? And this is what we're getting here.
Now let me finish here.
Yeah.
On the bottom it says, this document should be used for discussion purposes only. The reason why I brought this in, this was under the Democrat watch. See, he don't even know that.
Discussion?
This was
only.
under the Democrat watch.
In other words, that is not to be given out?
No. This is it's for discussion purposes only.
And this is done
No.
by the Republicans?
The Republicans and Democrats.
And the Republicans gave him this?
No,
and gave
see,
him the book. Where's
why
that
are you
book?
turning
Give
stuff
me the
around?
book.
No, you're not taking
Give me
it.
the
You
book.
already hid the book.
I am taking it.
Stop
I don't
taking my
have the book.
my documents.
I
Can I
don't
have
know.
my
You can't
can I
have
have my
this.
documents?
No. I'm going to use this. This is a
You know,
prop.
yeah, but no, that's good stuff in there.
Yeah, that's right. It's this is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Next Wednesday, he hasn't read it. He's already going to vote on it. And guess what?
You know, I wish I'd go on my phone here.
You Republican voters have some awful Republican politicians. He may not be one.
But you want to know something?
He's good at hot.
You have Democrat representatives up there will not tell you the truth. They will not look you in the eye and give you the facts. I'm bringing you in the facts. I go to the Finance Committee. I'm concerned about my district. I'm concerned about my education funding there, possibly downshifting, okay, through the past laws that we're going to fix on the stabilization there because of the Democrats. Okay, I'm concerned because...
Nashua's going to get more?
No, what don't you understand?
No,
I don't know what the numbers are yet.
Oh, I see.
You
but
know,
you're under the... You're telling our people that I'm bad because I didn't go to these meetings?
Because I'm telling you, don't pay attention.
You went to the meetings,
What
you
I'm
can't
trying
even
to say,
understand it.
Yeah, I can understand it. Very full. Why do you think I got handwritten notes on here? Why do you think I put them on
And
here?
it says this is only for... This should be primarily estimates. Well, guess what I found out from the Republicans?
What didn't you understand that
Estimates.
What didn't you understand about a worksheet?
No wonder they had at the bottom only for conversation.
Didn't I read it on
Just
proposals?
estimates.
What didn't you understand on it? This here was being passed around, okay, from the Department of Education, per the laws that are on the books put in through you
I have
guys.
a question. What don't you understand when the state of New Hampshire has one of the least unemployment states in the United States?
Here we go again.
What don't you understand?
Don't you believe? Do you think we're wasting our time talking about this here?
What don't you understand?
What I don't understand is I won't even answer. I'll tell the people watching
what
the
don't
show.
you understand?
What I understand is I want everyone to go to the unemployment page. I want you to take a look at the numbers in the state of New Hampshire.
No.
I want you to take a look at, something better yet. They're all watching the show. They know who's not working in their household. They can't find a job.
You can say that. You cannot dispute the numbers.
What don't you understand? Republicans will never be happy until the last person's working.
How is the stock market doing?
I don't track the stock market. I don't know.
Well, the stock market's, it's tops. How was the stock market when Obama took it over?
I don't know. I don't
6,000?
I know. I track what the gas
6,000.
What the gas was a gallon
so
of
he's
189.
brought it up 1,100 points.
When Obama took over, the gas a gallon was at $1.89.
How was
that's what I relate to. That's what people relate to in their homes, sitting around the table eating dinner with their children, talking about whether you can afford to go on vacation or whether you can have to pay your taxes, your property taxes went up. That's what they care about.
How was the auto industry when Obama came in?
The auto industry there.
Bankruptcies.
They were going that way.
And how many was
didn't they go that way?
there?
Didn't we bail them out a few years before that?
No, we did not. In fact, that was done through Reagan, I think.
Oh,
yeah, it was, and it was Lee Iacocca Reagan. Okay, so that was a Republican. Okay, that was good then. It's good now. Okay, question: how many wars were there when Obama came in?
2 wars.
2 wars. How many people have been killed in those 2 wars?
Well, there's probably been more in the last 5 years.
Who started the wars?
Who started the wars? Obama and Hussein.
Excuse me, Obama
Saddam
started
Hussein.
what?
Yeah.
Excuse
No,
me,
wait.
Obama wasn't
Osama.
president.
I said Osama. Osama.
Okay.
Osama.
Bin Laden. Okay, Bin Laden. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what's your point?
So what did?
What's your point? Get to your point.
Who went into Iraq?
What are you that stupid? You don't know? You want me to answer these questions?
Well,
you know. Bring it out.
Well, yeah.
Bring it out.
I
know who went in.
love your.
I was there.
You're a good dancer. No,
I was there in Desert Storm, so I know who went in. I know the issues.
He came in with, which was the stock market was down, so in the 6,000s, I believe, maybe 8,000.
Don't you understand we were bombed?
What was the unemployment rate
Did the
then?
stock market take a beating?
What was the unemployment rate?
I don't know.
No, you
want
don't
me
know?
to look it up because I'm going to catch you in a lie.
9% here in the state of New Hampshire.
Right. Okay.
10 and 12% someplace.
Okay.
What is the unemployment rate here in the state of New Hampshire?
It's 4.2.
4.2.
It might have gone up. I think it went up to
something.
4.3. I'm not sure. I think it went up a point.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, so wait a minute. Are we getting out of the wars or trying to get out of the wars?
Well, yeah, naturally.
What has happened because of the Iraq war?
What has happened?
Yeah, what has happened?
I don't understand what you mean. What has happened?
Well, it seems
Obama
that by
pulled everyone
going
up.
in
Wait.
the Iraq war, going in there, like the Middle East is going to hell.
Okay.
And who caused that?
Who caused that?
Yeah.
Hussein?
No,
Hussein was targeted.
Excuse me.
Let me run something by you here, which you'll probably do. You know, some Democrats, they forget the history of what's going on. Hussein, was paying $25,000 for suicide bombers, for the families. Hussein was locking in on his planes in a no-fly zone on our aircraft, his radar, his missiles on our aircraft. Hussein was involved with the oil for food, building his military back up when there was a treaty that was signed. What don't you understand?
And let us remember,
what don't you understand?
He was also the one who had nuclear weapons and
Did
weapons
they?
of mass destruction. And guess what?
Where
when
were
we
they?
finally went in there and started the war, we should have started. They didn't find anything.
Yeah, what did our satellites pick up in the beginning?
They didn't find a thing.
What did our satellites pick up in the beginning?
I think from a distance they saw tubes.
No. What did they see that was truckloads going into another country? What was going on?
Planes.
Matter of fact, what country recently used gas, mustard gas on their people?
I see.
What country just did
So
that?
are you telling me
they
that he
never
had it?
had chemicals?
So
Where
I
did they
got a
get them
question.
from?
When the war took place, that didn't exist.
In 2004.
A war.
In 2004, was some of the military members silenced? There was a big article about it a while ago when they dug up all sorts of canisters of chemicals. Was in 2004.
Obama has done
Listen to
nothing
me.
good.
In 2004.
Wait a minute. Has Obama done anything good?
Has he done anything good? Wow, that's a good question.
That's a good. Oh well, unemployment.
I heard he's pretty good on golf.
Cars, people working.
I heard he's pretty good on golf.
People working. Oh God, you know. But yet they can't find anything good. So what they're going to do? And by the way,
Obama's a good golfer, isn't he?
And wait a minute. And Obama and Obamacare. What happened to that?
I think Obamacare needs to go away. It's going to bankrupt our country.
11 million people have it?
They were forced on it. What don't you get? Many people lost their insurance.
People didn't have insurance.
Do you know we have a business guy right now?
By the way, what are you going to do? What do you have? How much money? And by the way, it's here because he doesn't think I read it right.
We're repealing it. We're repealing it.
How much are you taking?
We're repealing the Medicaid expansion.
How much?
What do you mean, how much?
How much are you taking a part of it away?
Wait a minute, let me ask you something.
Excuse me, wait. You said you're
I just said.
Are you taking a part of it away?
Why you act like an idiot
or
today?
Are you taking
Did I say
all of
we're
it away?
repealing Obamacare?
Really appealing.
What didn't you understand what repeal means?
All of it.
Did you not understand?
I'm repealing all of it.
Yeah, but
and what do you have
Are you
to
that
put
slow
in
today?
place?
Are you that slow today?
No. I've taken my medication.
What we're going to do is we're going to want. We want the 20,000, 22,000, or 25,000 people to go back on their insurance.
And the people who didn't have any insurance?
We want them there. You know something?
Oh, my God. Obamacare.
Thousands of those people on there are also young people.
Yes, and you know something,
that don't
ladies
want
and
insurance,
gentlemen,
but they're forced.
And I'll tell you what, you want to take insurance away from people, that, you know something, that's fine with me. If you want to do that, there's nothing that I can do because you're the majority. I believe people should have insurance.
At other people's expense.
You're a military person.
At other people's expense.
Are you trying to tell me in the military you didn't hear about families who are on food stamps who are in the military?
I've been a fighter for that for years.
You didn't hear that they didn't have enough money?
Enough
food,
I'm glad you
not
brought
enough
that.
insurance, not enough doctors.
You know, that's really near.
Can
I run something by you? No, it's not. That's near and dear to my heart, what you just said, because you hit it right on the money, what popped in my head. For the first 2.5 years, 3 years, the military didn't even get a pay raise. For the first 2.5, I'm talking of Obama when he became the president. For the first 2 to 3 years, Social Security recipients did not get a COLA raise. Did you know that? Then you ask that question, why are you more and more on food stamps?
And you know, and you want to know
Did
something?
you know that?
No.
No, it's true. It's fact.
That was before Obama got there.
No, that's BS. That's BS.
Well, listen,
because
if you said he didn't,
because I'm retired. I didn't get a COLA raise for 3 years.
Excuse me. What is a raise? How much is a raise?
Well, to them, I think it's been like a 1% or 1.5, 1.7.
How much is that?
How much do they give the state?
Excuse me. How much is that?
I don't know, $50, $60, $100.
$50 a month.
No. It's probably like about maybe $30 a month, maybe.
$30 a month raise, and they can buy more food. They can get more
insurance.
With that, huh? They can pay their bills. $30 extra a month.
So you're impressed with that, aren't you?
Ladies and gentlemen.
But they're still on food stamps. On the young troops. Can we go back to the economy?
I'll tell you, you guys are just screwing things up.
Can we go back to how Bush destroyed the economy?
Absolutely.
Okay. You know, I agree with him. Bush was the president there. You know what I mean? The economy really went down the last 2 years of his presidency. Would you agree?
Went down.
Would you agree?
We're almost in bankruptcy.
Right. We're almost in bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Who was in charge of the House and the Senate? Who was in charge of the purse strings during those 2 years? You're right. I agree with you. We had problems. Who was in charge of the House? Who was the majority in the House and the Senate? Can you answer the question? No, wait, stop.
And I think people
answer the question.
And let me give you an example.
Who was the majority?
And I can tell you that 52 times they tried to do away with Obamacare.
He won't answer the question.
52 times.
Can you answer the question?
Oh, okay.
Who was
under
Bush?
Say it was the Democrats.
It was the Democrats.
What does that got to do with it?
Because they controlled the budget, they controlled the, all the spending, everything.
And he didn't veto anything, of course.
Of course he did, but he didn't want to shut down the government. government. He had military being shot at.
Are you trying to tell the people out there it was the Democrats who shut the government down?
Oh, here we go again. You know, you went from one thing to another to another. Now we're into this. You know what I mean? Give it a break, will you?
I got a great idea. Let's change this. Let's change the subject.
When will you ever accept the fact that the Democrats were in charge when the country went down the drain?
You know something? You can't. The problem is.
Oh, you're stuttering again.
No.
There he goes. Listen, read between the lines.
If the Republican politicians would say, you want to know something, we don't like Obama, but about 75% of what he did was good, but it's the 25% we want to fix. No. He did nothing good. That's why the Republican politician is looked down by the Republican voter.
How many wars are going on? How many wars are going on around the world now under Obama? How many wars?
Oh,
and they're
under
coming
Obama. From Iraq?
No.
Oh, they're not coming
Push
from
Iraq
Iraq.
from the side. Push Iraq aside.
Oh, you can't because that's where it all started. That's where it all started.
Yemen is the poster child. Remember, he said they're doing great in Yemen, right? That's my example. What's happening in Yemen? What's going on right now in Yemen? On the border of Saudi.
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
You know something, ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on?
It's my opinion that what he says is partially correct because the world seems to be going to hell in a handbasket. But you want to know something?
Because we have a weak president that has no clue in national security.
These guys want to put boots on the ground, and Obama says enough.
I don't want boots on the ground.
Let people fight their own wars.
I don't want.
We will help them. We will give them advisors. We
You're
might even give
unbelievable.
them some money.
You
but we're not
unbelievable.
putting boots on the ground. You want boots on the ground.
Think about what you just said.
I swear to God, if you have a Republican president, there's going to be wars all over the place.
I want protection for those boots that he does have on the ground, and you say that's not there.
How much do you want?
I want
How many do you want?
Probably about 20,000 troops there.
There we go, 20,000
They don't even have to be in a combat area. They've just got to make sure that the people that are there have security around the bases and not count on the Iraqis.
Let me see, 20,000, and then you're going to probably
And I'm
need
not a
another
military
20,000.
man. Probably 10,000 might do.
More than two
Maybe
bases.
10,000 might do. I don't know.
Yes, well, he's not a military man, but look, he's going to vote on this on Wednesday. He hasn't even read it.
No, have you?
No. This is the first I've seen it.
That's right, because
it's the first I've seen it.
Listen, these are the
first I've seen it.
I brought this in the show, recommended amendments, and I show you.
Recommended?
Okay, nothing from the Democrats. You're all about no. You want to spend.
Excuse me. This is no. This is what.
No.
You know,
they're amendments.
You know what's
they're amendments for priorities.
You know what's interesting about this right here?
What is interesting?
This right here to you is sort of like the Bible.
No, it's not.
You want to know something?
What
this
don't
is
you
going
understand
to be a
about
hot
recommendations?
Rock when people in the state of New Hampshire start seeing exactly how this is going to hurt people.
But it's not hidden.
There you go.
But it's not hidden. It's on a table for Democrats and Republicans to pick up.
Right.
It's not hidden.
Well,
none of this stuff is hidden.
Well,
when you show up to a finance meeting, there's a table full of all these documents that you can pick up and start going through them. They're there for everybody. What don't you understand about that?
Well, you know something? I'll tell you what. You're a good friend, and I really like you, but it just happens that you can't find any. I'm getting a little sick of Republicans can't find anything good regarding Obama. And the Republicans, you got the House.
Tell me what Obama's done.
You got the Senate.
No, wait, no. Tell me what Obama did.
You have the Speaker
Tell me what he's done
here in New Hampshire, and guess what they do?
Hey.
They divide the Republicans up, and they open a place across the street. So the Republicans are what? Divided again. And how are you going to get anything done?
Very simple. We're working hand in hand with Republicans. Very simple. Why do you think I go to the meetings?
Oh, you mean the Republicans across the street are working with the Republicans inside?
Yeah, well, there's only a small minority of Republicans that work for the Speaker. Okay?
Oh, I see. So the majority across the street.
The majority of us are making sure we're protecting the interests of the people.
And how many Republicans are there?
I'm not going to give out numbers, probably about 130, 140.
That work with you guys.
Right, we're the majority.
And how many Republicans are there in the totality?
There's 239, I think.
Okay, so there's over 100 people who are with the Speaker.
Right.
So you have 135 people who are not with the Speaker.
But other than that 100 that's with the Speaker, the only reason they're with the Speaker, because part of them are leadership, and some of them vote with the Democrats anyways.
Leadership.
Now,
That's called
one
politics.
of them, he just fired one, a good conservative who was on his, Laurie Sanborn. Do you know that?
What was she doing?
She was fired because she refused to vote on Jasper's, the moderates, taxes, and spending.
Well,
She didn't want to support it, so she wouldn't vote for the budget, so she got fired.
Good. It
And
happens.
we're glad because we have some conservatives
it's really
in
interesting.
different positions.
It's really interesting. This seems to be the first
Norelli did
time-
the same thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Norelli
Oh, yeah.
fired.
And who did it the most?
Who did it the most, Norelli?
Oh,
No.
Brian.
Tell me who he
did it
fired.
the most?
Tell me who O'Brien fired if he did it the most.
Well,
Tell me who.
ladies and
Tell me who.
gentlemen, I'm very happy to tell you one.
Okay, who?
Sean Jasper, who happens to be the Speaker of the House, was demoted to about 3 things.
Who demoted him?
True.
Who demoted him?
Mr. O'Brien.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. See, now you're
he
wrong.
didn't.
Did the Republicans
Did
have an
he
elected
not?
majority leader? Did we have an elected majority leader?
Yes.
DJ Betancourt.
Yeah.
Who did he work for? The elected majority leader.
Excuse me, Betancourt?
Betancourt was,
Wasn't he the guy who got thrown out because he lied about...
irregardless whether what happened.
Regardless.
Okay.
These were the people running the
What,
government.
you want me to get into the Democrats have been left and thrown out and DUIs and other stuff there?
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What about the one that worked for your Democrat Party? Okay.
Working for the party, but not a
Yeah,
Democrat.
no. Work for the party.
Working for the party.
Work for the party. Democrat DUI.
Okay, but
He's
he
a
was
state
he was a
representative.
Democrat. Oh, state representative.
State
Who was he?
representative.
Who
I
was
can't
it?
think of what his name was. You know who it was. There was a big thing about it on the floor.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so you don't live in a glass house, Democrats.
Oh, I'll tell you what. The sad thing is the Republicans had an opportunity just to walk through the doors and say, look, we are not going to raise taxes.
That's right. What's wrong with
That's
that?
all they had to do.
But that's what we said.
They would have been heroes. But no, amendment after amendment to cut monies out every single place. And their monies have to be made up. How do we make the monies up?
Okay.
It's your turn. I
Let
want a
me
drum
answer.
roll. Go ahead.
Let me answer
Go ahead,
that.
answer
Okay.
it. How do we make it up?
Now, what he calls a cut in revenues, okay, from the governor's bloated budget. Here is our budget.
Oh,
Our
bloated.
budget was at 10.5 or something. The governor's brought it up to almost 12 billion. Okay, dollars.
No, you said it was $1 billion
Right,
more. Okay,
about
okay.
$1 billion or
All
whatever.
right,
About $1 billion.
All right, okay.
Okay?
Billion
the,
here, billion
the governor
there.
had all new spending. Now, because we disagree with the governor, you guys call it a cut.
Okay, so you took all the spending out, and you're taking more out. How do you run a government? How do you run a government?
We did not take more out.
You
When you look at the numbers, you're going to see that we've gone up.
700 jobs are gone.
You're going to see that the budget has gone up right now,
You
probably
guys
100 to 200
are supposed
million.
to make jobs, not fire people.
No, you know something? You're all about government jobs. You're all about government jobs.
Excuse me.
That's why we're at 4.2.
They are part of the government.
Did you
government.
know?
You do know that.
Did
Just
you-
because they have a government job, that's bad?
Do you know
government job,
Did
that's
you
bad.
know that New Hampshire, throughout the 50 states, we're one of the largest per capita of government employees? Did you know that?
Excuse
For
me.
the country?
Excuse me.
We're one of them in the top 10 or whatever?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We are the 4th largest governing body in the English-speaking
You know
world.
something? But we make $100.
100
That's no
of us.
excuse. We make
So
$100.
don't tell me our government is small.
Well, let me ask you something.
Our government is enormous.
No, wait a minute. No, that's a bunch of BS.
No, 400.
The 400 legislators, do we have secretaries? No, we don't. Do we have staff? No, we don't. Do we make $100 a year? Yes, we do. That's a bunch of BS. I'm talking state workers. Per capita,
Okay.
we have the largest state workers working in this state.
I don't believe you.
Can I have my book?
No,
Can I have the book?
you cannot.
Because that breaks it down for all the states, on all the different taxes.
All right, okay.
Okay?
You know something. I want people to know that I have a good time with him. He's partially right. I just don't want to point it out when he's partially right. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
But
yeah.
the simple fact of the matter is, you guys could have been heroes. You could have been looked at
We still
all
will.
around the United States.
We still will.
If you would have just walked in and say, we're
still
not
will.
going to raise taxes. Amendments to take monies away from who? to show
Okay.
the people and to tell the people that you've cut all this money away. But all that money we're not getting comes back to the city of
Okay.
Nashua, comes back to
Can I
Ward
explain?
6, and we've got to make it
No,
up.
no, not just Ward 6. That's a bunch of BS. Who are you trying to kid?
I'm in Ward 6.
Be honest, okay?
I'm in Ward 6.
But,
I'm
but
in
it's a whole
Nashua.
state. Now, let me tell you
Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
what you did.
Hold on a second.
What
wait,
you
wait,
did.
Wait,
what you
wait a
all
minute.
did. Can I finish? You see,
brought-
you shut me off, but I'm trying to finish
Okay,
your
I'm sorry, go ahead.
point.
Go ahead.
Okay, now, everyone was told Medicaid expansion was not going to cost us a dime. It was going to be zero.
For how many years?
For 3
How many
years.
years?
Let's not get into that. Stop
For-
cutting me in.
well,
For
you're
3
the
years.
one who
For
said it.
3 years, at 100%, we were going to be covered. Okay, now, Health and Human Services the first year, okay, over $40 million. The second year, over $60 million.
And the $40 million they lost was because we lost $40 million
because
on
of
cigarettes money that you took out of cigarettes.
You know, cigarettes was 2 years ago, way before
That's
that
$40
even came in.
million.
No, wait, no, that's not true.
I think $40 million has a value.
You're not how about the $77 million surplus that the governor spent? And we're down about $6 or $9 million in the rainy day fund. How about
And
that?
how about the $400 million we had to repay back because that's how they balanced the budget?
No, you know, Sam, that's not true because that was Medicaid scam, okay, between Republicans and Democrats throughout the years on the bed tax. Come on, tell the truth. You're not talking to somebody that don't know what's going on.
You know what's good about this?
I know what's going on.
I love being in this position because when we were the majority, I had to take the same thing that I'm giving you. Okay.
Right. But the only thing is,
oh, don't worry. Don't worry. The Republicans are doing it. Don't wait too long. The Democrats will be doing it.
Yeah.
It just happens that it's the Democrats.
But see, what I'm trying to say, the reason why I know all this and I'm involved, because I'm a former chair of the House Republican Alliance. We debate and we look at everything that goes on. What affects our constituents? Will we take away people's food off the tables? Will we stop them from going vacation? Will we be downshifting? We look at this. Is it constitutional? Does it go against
when you take and get rid of, and I've been saying 700 jobs, I will go to 500 jobs.
That's a scare tactic.
You tell me
that is
500 jobs.
That is a scare tactic.
That's not a scare
because
tactic.
Because the Department of Transportation.
And by the way, you're gonna love this. Do you know what they did? They're raising taxes, by the way, on vanity plates, $3. $3 there in 2 years, and they say that's going to be enough money to take care of the money that they're taking away from your roads. And by the way,
that's not true. It's not true.
The state does a lot of roads within the cities because they're really state roads.
I'm glad you brought
They're
up roads.
They're not going to do that anymore. So you're here in Nashua. It's going to cost you a lot of money.
I am so glad. Can we get it? Let's get into roads. I'm so glad you brought that up.
You're welcome.
Did you vote to take $38 million out of the gas tax that we use for operational funds?
No.
To run the government? You didn't vote for it? Well, the Democrats passed it. Okay. Under their what?
And your point is what?
My point
is what?
You're siphoning 30%, up 27 to 30% out of the gas tax.
Excuse me, we just had a gas tax of 4. Are you saying before or are you saying now?
I'm saying before the 4.2.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Oh, before.
Let me finish.
Not now.
No, let me finish because we took over. We took over. Now, a Republican recommended a fix because of the mismanagement of the money in the DOT. Did you know that we spend 40% of our funds that go to the DOT on roads and bridges to maintain? The average throughout the country spends about anywhere from 17 to 28% of their revenues coming in. New Hampshire's at 40%. Now,
I wonder, I wonder like a winter like we had this year, what that does to the roads.
But the thing is, how much money we're going to get? How much money we're going to get back from the federal government when under the disaster fund?
You know something? I got.
How much money are we going to get reimbursed under emergency disaster?
We're going to be sitting here in 3 weeks, and I'm going to bring you editorial after editorial, even from the Republican papers, saying how you guys have screwed this up. There is no possible way you can run the government.
How much money?
You don't have the money to run it. Wait, you have people who are supposedly intelligent,
so what do you recommend?
And they're taking money away, so you can't run the government.
Tell me.
What don't you know about that?
Tell me what's your recommendation on what we should do then?
You should have just gone in and said, we're not going to raise taxes. That would have been fine.
How would you support?
And you want to know something?
How would you support
but,
the billion?
Oh no, you couldn't do that.
Then
could
tell
you?
me how to.
Give me this again.
No,
Go
tell
on.
me where the revenue. Tell me where the revenue comes to support the governor's $1 billion.
We got 9 minutes
All right,
left.
but tell me where the revenue will. How would you find revenue to take care of the governor's $1 billion more spending?
I'll tell you what. These guys are so good that they.
You're not answering me.
As I said, we are.
He's talking in a circle.
We are a donor state. That means we give money to other states. We would like to get back at least the money that we pay the government.
Okay.
And guess what? They don't want to take it.
Why don't we?
It's our money, but they say.
Like what? Give me an example.
We can run.
Hey,
we can run our.
can you give me an
business
example
in
of what we
our
don't take?
pocket. But guess what? The state won't take the money.
Can you
the state won't take
give
Medicaid
me an example?
money. And in fact, they're
Hey.
not taking it. They're going to get rid of Medicaid. That means there's 40,000 people are going to be out of insurance, and that's not a scare
Medicaid
tactic.
expansion put us in the in the hole over $100 million. Now tell me how we
That's not
fix
true.
that.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
How?
How would you know? You don't
Excuse
even
me.
go to the finance committee.
Excuse me.
Do you go to the finance committee
Excuse
meetings?
Me. Wait, excuse me. I'm in commerce, banking, and insurance. I think I know a little bit about what's going on.
He's wrong there because Medicaid expansion never went to their committee. They fast-tracked it to finance there, so nobody would know. Those are the duty experts on insurance.
Excuse me. Finance?
Yeah, why did it go to you?
Wait, aren't those
Why
the
didn't
bean? Aren't those the
Yeah,
bean counters
but
that
why
go
didn't
like
it-
this?
but why
the bean
didn't-
counters did it, and guess what?
But why did it go to you? The insurance. You're talking people's insurance. They're very important to people. Why did it go to you, the duty experts? Because the governor knew that it would never get voted on.
What's going to happen is there are going to be 40,000 people who are going to lose their insurance, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. They're going to lose about 700 jobs. Look, what don't you guys understand? People out there, if they see somebody who has a problem, they don't mind taking a little out of their pocket.
Where do we get the
but
money?
But they don't want to see people lost.
Do we tax the people more?
You're giving back money that we could keep.
How? Medicaid expansion was supposed to be zero. It's cost us over $100 million. Tell me where the money comes from.
How much do you think it costs when people don't have insurance and they go into the emergency room? You tell me.
Our numbers are still
$60 million
We have
a
Medicaid
year,
expansion.
And what do you do?
You know
So
something?
that's okay for you?
You're on the commerce, and you should know this then. We have Medicaid expansion now in place, but yet our emergency rooms are still flooded. How come?
Yeah, people with
How
insurance.
come?
People with insurance.
Pay that up. Yeah, right. Look at the Harvard study there on what's going on in other states there.
Well,
okay, come on, give it a break.
Look, if you think the state of New
Gid's
Hampshire
World.
has
He's
been...
in his own world. Gid's World. Okay, go to gidsworld.com.
If you think...
He's in his own world.
That's
That's where he's at.
I'll show that.
You see this here? Gid's World.
He's in his own... All right, enough. All right, okay, enough. We got 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Where did time go here?
I don't know.
I can't believe how much BS you can come up with in an hour.
Well,
I bring in facts.
It's not hard.
You bring in fiction.
Tell you.
Look, his screen is blank. That's where the fiction is, okay? How do you come up with this stuff?
I don't. You know what really gets me? What really gets me is that you guys could have been such heroes. To keep everything going good. You get in there and it's already gone up by 0.25%, which he even admitted, and it's the Republicans. We go up to 5%, 6%. It's not the Democrats who are doing this. It's the Republicans because you're in charge.
You know something? You guys put out more BS, and it's a shame on how you say, because we're not supporting that governor's $1 billion spending spree, that it's a cut. Because we're not supporting it. It's unbelievable. Now, I can tell you, I went and fought on the veterans. I'll tell you something very important.
These people are not stupid.
I'm going to show you something, which you probably agree.
If they're not reading newspapers anymore, they do what I do.
Listen,
they get it on the
I'm going to show you
internet.
something here. This is something very important to myself and Republicans and Democrats. The Veterans Home wants to open up 25 more beds. In order to open up 25 more beds, now listen to me.
25 beds?
Hear me out now, which I agree 100%, because that Veterans Home was built for 250. They have 200 beds there. The state never funded up to 250. They only funded to support 200 veterans, because by federal law, you got a Veterans Home, you got to have so many nurses, so many practitioners and nurses and everything else. But anyways, they come up with a way to fund the 25 beds, and then maybe a couple of years they'll fund the other 25. It's going to cost about $4 million, which $2 million, less than $2 million, is going to come from the federal government, because the federal government kicks in. It's a matching fund. Now, the Democrats were calling this a cut, okay, because it was a proposal that came in. They said, oh, they're not going to support that. It's a cut. I went in fighting for this, saying, no, it's not a cut. We should support it. It's new revenue. Listen to me. New revenue. Can you repeat after me? New revenue.
But you want to know something. The problem with what you say, all right.
I brought the sheet in the back what I'm saying.
In black and white, it says for the mentally ill, there'll be 10 extra beds for the mentally ill. Not this year, next year. These are the people who say you want to do something to help the mentally ill. 10 beds for the state. 10 beds
Which
extra.
we support.
10
we
beds
support.
Extra. Not this year, next year.
No, that's not true. How do you know? You don't even go to the meetings. How do you even know that? Are you going off the hearsay Democrat talking points?
You know something?
Are you going off of talking points?
You know something? All right.
Is that what you're using?
We got 3 minutes. No. You got the talking.
I got the I got the facts.
You know what I read there? Estimates. I love that. Estimates.
Because before you vote on the budget, you have to come up with estimates. Yeah, right? Isn't that normal?
Okay.
Before somebody.
How can people get in touch with you?
Very simple. Al Baldessaro, my www.albaldessaro.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'm an easy guy to get in touch. My number is 603-425-6997. I live at 41 Hall Road in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
And go over and visit.
Come on by and visit, yeah.
And you're on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook.
Are you on Twitter?
Yeah. I'm on Twitter, yeah.
You're on Twitter?
I'm on everything. I'm a member of the American Legion. I'm a member of the Marine Corps League. I'm a life member of the VFW. I'm a Mason. I'm an all-around guy.
That's right.
This Gidge world.
I have a whole world.
That's right.
This guy just has his mind is filled. I got
he's
a world.
in a world by himself.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. We have to several minutes left. Again, I think the individual.
Why did you rush me to shut me up?
Excuse me. No. I think that the lady in there who came up here, Jackie Lee, thought we weren't going to say thank you.
Oh,
because she says at her last show.
Oh,
she thought because she stood up here that's all she was going to get.
Yeah, no.
Jackie, you gotta get your bumper sticker.
Jackie, whatever you do, when you go to California, I want you to think, would Ken do this? If he would, then do the opposite. You'll be all right. In the arts.
No, that's good. And
how do they get in touch with you?
Well, right here, GidgeWorld.com. You can find out. You see, I've broken it down because when they go to GidgeWorld.com, they'll know I'm on Facebook. They will know I'm on Twitter. They will know I've got. Go to Google and Gidge Ken dash or Ken space Gidge, and you're going to find probably about 4 or 5 pages.
What I have to tell you.
Yes.
When you get in touch with Gidge World, look up the representative, his wife, because then you'll probably get the facts. She won't lie. She's a new rep, so she don't know how to give you lies yet.
Yeah, not
yet. Not yet. She don't know how to spin the BS.
Except
she's the better half.
You know what the sad thing is? That I was going to let him out of everything, but since you brought it up, she happens to be in Fish and Game, and guess what they did? They caught Fish and Game. Huh? Imagine that. Well, what is... the parking lots where you put the boats.
Here we go again.
The deer, the moose, the fish. They cut Fish and Game.
Once again, what he calls a cut, we call that we're not going to support $1 billion spending spree and take more money out of your pocket. We're done taxing people. Very simple, cut and dry.
That's right.
You guys, why do you always want to take more money out of people's pockets?
I would like to keep it here in the city of New Hampshire. You want to give it back to the federal
but you want to take it out of their pocket.
No,
don't you know that?
No, I don't.
That goes after their quality of life.
No, I don't.
People's
no, I don't.
quality of
right
life.
Here, when they
people's
see all the
quality of life
amendments cutting everything, they're not going to be able to fund this government.
Oh, yeah, because we're not...
700 jobs. Shame on them.
We're not supporting that governor's $1 billion spending.
Jackie Lee, good luck. She's really been really nice. She had a show here, and she wants to be a producer. Jackie Lee, be a producer.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right.
You know, one thing of what's great about America, pursuit of happiness, the Constitution.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.